here, and I just wanted to show you a quick tip. With Photoshop and Lightroom being $9.99 through Adobe right now, having both editing programs at your disposal can be a really powerful thing. I know that Rachel does most of her editing in Lightroom. I do most of mine in Photoshop, but I wanted to show you how you can combine the two. If you do most of your editing in Lightroom, you can still harness the power of the Sky Swap set if you have the photography bundle through Adobe and you have Photoshop. And you can quickly just hop over to Photoshop really fast, run the sky extraction action, and then put the photo back into Lightroom with the new sky. So what I'm going to show you is this. First, you have to make sure that the way your file transfers over to Photoshop is compatible with the Sky Swap set. It does not work with 16-bit images or TIFF images, so I'll go ahead and show you how to change that. So you come up to Lightroom and you go to Preferences, and you're going to click on External Editing here, and I've already changed mine, but your default is going to be TIFF, Pro Photo, 16-bit, and 240. That's what it's going to say by default usually. So what I do is change this to PSD, I change this to Adobe RGB, I change this to 8-bit. That is a crucial part of this, and I change this to 300. And then you just go ahead and click out of that. And now you can select the image that you want to open into Photoshop and just go Photo, Edit In, and choose Photoshop. And it will open into Photoshop. There it is right there. I already did this once, and then my daughter started screaming, so I had to redo the video. So first, as you can see, the Sky Swap set's not going to work on this sky, particularly because it's got some blue and it's got clouds in it already. But I want to make it a little bit more dramatic. So what I can do is just use a white brush and Command J to duplicate my layer. And I'm just going to brush over this right here. Because the Sky Swap set does work best on blown out skies, so basically white skies. So I'll just go ahead and basically create that white sky that I need. And again, it only takes a couple seconds. And now we have a blown out sky. And then Shift Command E to merge that. Or you can just right click and you can click merge down. Okay, so now I'll come over to sky extraction and it will run the action. And then I'll click Apply Overlay with Options. And then once you purchase the Sky Swap set, you'll download that. You don't install the skies, you just install the action set. And then just find the sky that you want to use. I'll just go ahead and use Sky 60 because I want to create more of like a sunset-y photo. And I know I don't want all these clouds in it, so I think I'll go like right about there. And then you just drag the corners however you want it. I think that right there is perfect. Then I'll go ahead and hit Enter. And it'll go ahead and apply the gradient and everything that it's supposed to do to make it look more natural. And then I can, if I want to make it stronger, select the gradient right here. You'll see a little white box go around the gradient, not the picture, but the actual mask. And you can pull that down just a little bit to make it a little bit stronger. Then I'll come up to the Extract Mask layer and choose a black brush. So you can hit B for your brush tool, and then oh my gosh, the swatches right here should be black and white. If yours is white and black, just hit D and then hit X, and the X will toggle between the black and white. And if yours is like pink or red or anything, just click the D and that'll set it to default, which is white and black, and then click X and that will switch it. Or you can hit this little arrow right here. So I'll use a black brush. Again, make sure that the white box is around the mask, not the image. If you just click the layer on Extract Mask, it'll put the white box around the picture thumbnail. So make sure you click the mask. And then just brush over that. And that takes care of any of that funny ghosting that was going on around the edge of the image. And we're done. So Shift Command E to merge all of those. And then you're going to come up to File and then Save. Not Save As, but Save. And it will save the image. And then come back over to Lightroom and watch what happens. It'll refresh and there's your sky. So you have, right now we have this one, but you have this image right here and this. So you have two images. So you have your original and then you have the new one that you just brought in. So now the nice thing is you can edit this image like you would normally edit an image. And the sky will look like it was naturally there. as part of the photo. So I just used basic workflow from our first preset set. And I may up the shadows just a little bit and maybe bring down the blacks a little bit. And maybe up the vibrance just a smidge. And maybe just the exposure just a tiny bit. But really, I mean, now you're editing the image and it looks like the sky was originally part of that image because you added the sky first and then edited. But now that's how you can switch between the two programs and use the sky swap set in Photoshop and do all your editing in Lightroom. You do need to make sure you change those preferences though. That is the huge, like that will make or break whether this works or not. So if you have any questions, let us know.